What's going on, fam? Hope everybody's doing well out there. So we've got a special video here for you tonight. I'm actually going to have a couple of special guests performing tonight. You paid for the whole seat, but you're only going to need the ledge. Anyway, again, as always, forget the background noise. As soon as I start hitting record, my dog's decided it's dinner time. I am going to have to eventually get me a little studio thing as soon as I evict my oldest son out of his bedroom. Anyway, so we have got a couple of knife kits from our friends at Jin. Yes, they did send these. This is their newest design. I've been extremely impressed with not only the G10 models that they offer. They've got a couple of different variations. They also have recently started offering actual D2 edged knives. So I've been pretty interested in them, and I've done a couple of videos on them so far, and they've been pretty well received. So I've sent a bunch of these as gifts and whatnot. They're always really well done. So we've got two different kits here. They're essentially the same knife, but they are, one is a G10 blade, the other is a proper blade. So we'll go ahead and just crack into them one at a time here. So this one is the G10 knife, and you can see there where it gets the name. This is the Jin Chubbee. So we're going to get the packaging out of the way, or most of it anyway. So there you can kind of get an idea of what this one looks like. Again, it is the G10 version with the nice little B accents there, the BG10 or the B10 maybe? Hey, I don't know. Anyway, you got that one, and then the real deal here is all black. So they offer these in a couple of different color variations and everything. I'll kind of flash those up on the screen here in just a little bit so you guys can see those. But as you guys know, these are knife kits meant to be built with your kids or whatnot. So we're actually going to do that. I'm going to stop the video here, and then we're going to have my oldest son come in and build his kit, and then we'll have my youngest come in and build his. So just sit back and enjoy the video, guys. All right, guys, so we are going to start again with the regular full knife kit. So I've got Keith here directly behind the camera. I've moved over to the side. Say hello. Hi. Forgive him, his voice is cracking. You know how puberty is. Anyway, so we're actually going to zoom this out just a hair so you guys can see not only what he's doing, but also what I'm doing over here. So I am just taking the kit out of the box here. They do have instructions, and we're going to kind of sort of follow them. We're going to at least make sure we're not doing anything that they don't want us to do, or anything differently than what we should do. So these kits do come with everything you need inside of them. You do get tools, you get oil, you get your screwdrivers, you get everything in there. The blade always does come separately, and it does have a protector on it. Let me get that out so you guys can see it. Well, you got to make sure the protector actually comes out with the knife. So it does have a little sleeve protector on there to keep you guys safe when you are building it, and then your scales just pop off or pop out of there like normal. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and open up your content pack there, and we're just gonna make sure we got everything we need. So you get a little bottle of oil, get screwdriver 1, screwdriver 2, should be T6 and T8. And you get a microfiber. All right, now we've got, how's that got a little plastic piece around it? Okay. So, okay, ugh, good Lord. All right, so Keith's gonna go ahead and he's gonna use a microfiber. We're just gonna use the one that we got off screen there. Just go ahead and use that green one. Ain't no sense in opening this up. Go ahead and wipe down your liners there. So they are completely covered in oil. You can just do one at a time, make it easy on you. You're just gonna get those wiped up. All right. And we got, so it is a right side only carry, so it does not have a reversible pocket clip. So no worries there, honestly. But all right, go ahead and crack open your screws there. We'll see what we got in there. Buddy, I see how much crap you got all over you.
That's from inside the bag.
Oh, that's inside the bag? Oh my god. Yeah, so inside the bag here, it is completely covered in oil. Yeah. They do not want these parts to have any chance of rusting. Just might as well keep that out. Let me go ahead and I'll wipe this off. So you get a very interesting pocket clip with this guy. I think they both have the same pocket clip. Very intriguing design. Again, these are the Chebbee, so you have a beehive pocket clip, and it says the name on it there. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it with the camera zoomed out, but back spacer, screws, everything comes with your kit. Keith, go ahead and start separating your screws out there, buddy. Try to keep them figure out which ones go where. Just 4 screws will be the same. There you go. All right, so get everything separated out, and then it gives you step-by-step instructions on the back. Maybe. Oh, where's number 1 at? There we go. Step number 1. So your step number 1 is to put your standoffs and screw them into the locking side. So see how it's got that? So you got your 2 standoffs here, and there's your lock side. I'll let you use my screwdriver. Probably a little bit easier for you with your gigantic hands. And you're going to be using screw number 10, which that's one of the ones that there were, is that the one that there was 2 of? Or? Yeah, that's the one that there was 4 of. So your screw number 10 is going to be your flathead screw up there. See how that one's got the flatheads versus the dome head? Yep. So that's what you're looking for there. So I'll screw those 2 in. So yeah, you're going to come in from this side here. Where's your barrel? So there's your little barrel spacer. So that's going to sit in there like that. And your screw's going to come in from the back side. Yep. Oh, sorry. That's over. Remember the back, they work outside. Alright, there's your spacer. Those 2 screws. Not just screws. And hit ground. Alright, you just got through. Good deal. It just got slid in there pretty easy, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. I like how that locks up. Just for everybody at home to see how that has some, it's not just some standard liner lock. It's got a couple points of contact there. Actually, not too shabby. All right, so now I'm just making tighten it, okay?
Gotcha.
Because you won't always be that lucky where they just line up like that straight out the gate. All right, so our pivot's in all the way. Everything's tight, so we'll go ahead and put our pivot screw in. So that's going to use a T8 on most knives. Pretty much on every knife created, the pivot's going to be a T8 or larger. So there's your T8. You want to hold the one side. And there you go. Now again, make sure you're not going to cross thread this, because this is a very important functionality for the knife. So it should go in nice and easy. Shouldn't have any binding or anything like that. There you go. And you're just going to tighten it down the majority of the way. There you go, just like that. Perfect. All right, so right now, in essence, we have a functional knife, okay? Even though we don't have the scale or the pocket clip on it, we do have a functional knife. So what we want to do is we want to actually check the function of the knife. So we're going to check the liner lock function, make sure our knife is centered. See how looking down the center looks centered. We want to check. Pretty nice little flippy knife there. Looks like a little, like pretty cool little like neck knife or something. So actually it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, honestly. Pretty good. Check that out, son. Tell me what you think. It's just a normal flipper. There you go. That's a pretty cool little box ripper, don't you think?
Yeah, well.
Even in your big one. Now, granted, it isn't fully put together yet, so it's going to feel a little bit smaller. Not too bad. All right, let's go ahead and put it all back together. So here is your scale. So these are your scale. Yeah, those are your scale screws. So put your scale on, same way you did the other one. Now you ain't got the blade to worry about. Yep, and it should kind of. So your pocket clip's gonna go on this back side. It just sets in there, so you can see how that sets in.
Yep.
And then you're just gonna have to slide the screw down through there. So you're gonna have to make sure the screw is all the way on the screwdriver tip whenever you go to put it in. Yep. Now make sure your pocket clip's sitting there right. Yep. Now use one hand to hold your pocket clip still and slide the other one. There you go, just like that. Yeah, perfect. You see how it feels? You feel that click?
Yep.
So that's why you want to apply just a little bit of downward pressure whenever you're doing that. And again, use your other hand. Make sure you always want to make sure you use your other hand to keep that screw steady. Make sure it's in there all the way. Okay. Otherwise, you want to pick it up like that. There's a good chance that it just goes flying because they won't always be attached really well. Especially not with these little precision screwdrivers. They don't have the strongest magnets. Now, did you tighten that other screw up all the way?
Yeah.
Remember what I said about doing that?
Wait.
Yeah. Why don't you just go ahead and just right now?
Yeah.
Hold on, stop. There you go. Well, that's fine. Now go ahead and just loosen that other screw up just a little bit. There you go. All right, now grab your other screw. Typical teenager, gotta learn lessons the hard way. There you go. Now it shouldn't have any real resistance when you're screwing it down in there, right? Oh, there you go. Go ahead and, yep. Now you're getting close to being tight, so go ahead and just tighten it up all the way. Make sure you're putting plenty of downward force, that way you don't strip the head of the screw. And they don't have to be like Hercules tight or anything. Alright, let me just go ahead and check your screws real quick. Let's see that screwdriver. Just want to make sure everything's good and tight. Good news is you don't have to worry about your backside scale coming off because that clip. Pretty insane. You want your glass breaker on there?
Sure.
Alright, so the glass breaker looks like it just threads right on. So there's nothing real crazy about that. I'm doing this because I know your mitts probably won't be able to do that well. I would be kind of worried about the glass breaker coming off really easily. I mean, not really easily, but... Yeah, because it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that was.
Yeah.
I mean.
I will. I've got a way of tightening that up. So that's one thing that you may want to do. One note for Jen is to put a hole in the glass breaker so you can actually insert a rod in there and tighten that glass breaker up because it's really loose. You'd have to use a pair of pliers or something to tighten that up. But outside of that, you've got a little bottle opener, a little lanyard hole, glass breaker, and a decent little flipper. Action seems to be pretty decent on it, not gonna lie. But let's see what Keith thinks about his new toy. He is left-handed like me, but much like me, he's having to learn to use right-handed knives because not everybody has left-handed knives out there. So
I'll definitely use this because I can open it and close it.
I'm not gonna lie, it's not as bad as you would think. I mean, I'm not saying that I thought it was gonna be bad, but like as an actual knife, outside of just the cool factor of it being a build your own knife kit, something to do with your kids or your significant others or whatever. Outside of that novelty factor, it doesn't seem to be that bad of a little knife. Grab me on the other side of that stuff there. Oh, easy, son. You're gonna make people seasick. On the other side of that table, there is some computer paper. let's give it a shot in this test. So the other one, the last one we did, it was extremely sharp. That was, I mean, it was like really, really, really sharp. So let's see if these guys did the same job. Yeah. I don't know what Jin is doing when they manufacture these knives or when they do these blades, but these are legitimately the sharpest out of knife blades I have ever, or out of box knives that I have experienced in quite some time. Like, these are ridiculously sharp out of the box. Yeah, this is not something you don't want to do the real bladed ones for somebody that you're not confident having around sharp knives, because these things will literally push cut and shave paper like without any issues whatsoever. Yeah, hit that little 3 right there on the phone there. So zoom in. There we go. So again, like, it is curling paper, like push cut curling. These things are stupid sharp. Yeah, so I'm pretty impressed with it as a actual cutting edge. Do I like the looks of it? No. I think it's kind of cool. I think it would be a little neater without the lanyard hole coming out the back of it, but I get it. That's its wings. The pocket clip, even though it looks funky, it looks really cool at the same time. But then again, it's not really made for someone like me, a knife enthusiast. It's more made for again, for that for the hobbyist potentially, or for the knife enthusiast trying to get someone in their family into the hobby. It definitely needed the detent adjusted. So as you can see, Keith there is failing it a little bit. So the detent, even with me giving it a little more of pressure, it's not got the best detent in the world. But again, it's going to be something where it's easy enough for someone to open up. And with a little bit of practice, they'll get really good at it. So again, pretty impressive, especially the edge on this thing. We're going to go ahead and build the other kit with my youngest son and see how that goes. But I know how these kits work, and they're pretty well done. So they're pretty consistent with how they're done. This is the second one of these that I've done where the edge was extremely good on that. So yeah, so let's go ahead and we're gonna stop it here, and we'll go into the next build. All right, go ahead and hit stop. All right, guys, now on to the next part of this little video. So this is going to be the G10 version for my youngest son, Nathan. So for that, I'm actually going to be kind of in the control arena on this. Nathan doesn't quite have the fine motor skills for a screwdriver. He can do okay with a larger screwdriver, but these little bitty precision ones, it's a little too difficult for him. So he's going to be my helper. He's going to be sitting over here, cheering us on and handing me stuff whenever I need him to. So say hello, Nathan.
Hello.
You're supposed to say hello, Nathan. Golly.
Hello, Nathan.
So again, he's just going to be here kind of off screen, helping me out, handing me stuff whenever I need it, and being my helpful trash mover. So one thing I have noticed with this one that I haven't seen on the other ones is it seems like the oil bottles are leaking. So that's why on the last one, Keith was covered in oil for most of the time, and everything we pulled out of there was covered in oil. So again, just as a pointer for the fine folks over at Jin, to probably put the oil in its own little bag and then put everything else inside another bag or whatever. But yeah, it's literally everything is just completely coated in oil because that bag or the oil container is leaking out. So we're just going to throw all that over there. Get these bags wiped down. So this one is the Bumblebee version. Again, it's the G10 knife, not the standard D2 blade. Again, I am extremely impressed with how well that D2 blade works, or how well how sharp it is, because that thing was extremely sharp, just like the last one I did, the kind of American themed one. So let's just get these. So these are all individually packaged, unlike the last one. But again, they are all the packaging and everything's completely covered in oil. So make sure, just in case, make sure you have a towel handy, a microfiber handy, just in case everything comes out covered in oil like this one did. So Nathan actually really enjoys using his little G10 knives. He's got a couple of them. You actually have both the other Jin kits, right? You have the little black lockback one and then the flipper version, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think of them?
I like them.
Yeah. They actually able to cut open boxes?
Yeah.
You're able to pop some tape and everything?
Yeah.
All right, son. So we are going to... So I'm going to tell you what pieces I need. And guys, I'm going to keep us zoomed in a little bit here just so you can actually see what I'm doing. Because I know when I had to be zoomed out previously, you couldn't really see exactly what was going on. So the pieces themselves are going to be a little bit off frame here. And I'm just going to be working with Nathan to hand me what I need. So we've got a couple of different types of screws here, just as before. So be making sure that we keep our screws separated. And these pieces here, these are barrels, okay? All right, it's called a barrel spacer. And then your screws are going to be a couple of different screws here. Getting all these set up here. And there's your pocket clip. And it's got a screw in it, stuck to it. Okay, so here is your pivot. And your pivot screw, okay?
Yep.
And this is your stop pin, back spacer. And these are washers. Okay. And then you got your bearings. Pull this off over here to the side. And I'm just trying to figure out what kind of screws we got, what all screws we got here. Looks like it should all be the same stuff. So there's those screws there. Those all four are the same. These two screws are the same. Nope, wait, these two screws are the same. And these 4 screws are all the same. Okay. So this is going to be easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
Easy beasy. Exactly. And that's why you're here, Nathan. Comedic relief. So I just want to make sure I am using the correct screws in the correct spot. So the number 11 screws are the screws that go onto the... Okay, yeah. So the screws with the heads are the ones that go into the actual scales. So these are your scales. Okay. See how this one has a cutout for it?
Yeah.
So that's your lock bar screw, or your lock bar scale. So that's the lock side scale, and this is the show side scale. Okay? So see how this has got a cutout for the pocket clip? That's either called your clip side, or, in this case, it's your lock side. Okay? Because you can change it from left to right. That's why you have the differences there. And then this is your lock. So this is your, this is the lock side of the actual frame, or the liner. I'm just going to give that a little more lock pressure because I know that you're able to use it. Then you have the normal side liner. You have your back spacer. And we went over all the other parts, right? So you got your liners, right?
Yeah.
So your lock liner, your regular liner, back spacer. What's that?
The blade.
Okay, that's an easy one.
The thing that it clips with.
To your what?
Pocket.
So it would be the pocket.
The pocket clip.
There you go. All right, and then you got your scales, right? Bearings. Washer, barrels, or barrel spacers, and then your different screws. So you want me to number your screws so you know which ones to hand me?
Yes, please.
1, 2, 3. Pretty easy, huh?
Oh.
1, 2, 3. So if I say hand me screw number 3, which one are you going to give me? And number 2?
The one in the middle.
And number 2?
The one in the middle.
And number 2?
The one in the middle.
Okay, good. Just making sure you're paying attention. All right, and then we've got a T8 screwdriver and a T6 screwdriver, okay? So 6 is the little one, 8 is the big one. I'm going to need that way more than I need that, okay?
Okay.
All right, so we're going to start just like it had to start on the last one. We're going to start with the lock side. So the only reason I didn't have him hand that to me is just because I wanted to grab it. I wanted to feel special. Okay, leave me alone. All right. Now we're going to need our 2 barrels, and then we're going to need some of the screw number 3. So first I need a barrel and a screw number 3. Hurry, David, hurry. All right, and then I'm also going to need the T6 screwdriver. Good deal. All right. I'm just going to hold on to the screwdriver because I'm going to need it the whole time, okay? Is that okay with you?
Nope.
Okay, good deal.
Just don't screw up.
Okay. And you know what, Nathan? Why don't you quit screwing around, buddy?
Well, if there was a nut part, I would say this is a nut job.
Well, I guess technically the barrel spacers are a nut. Trying to get these screw in here. It's not wanting to behave. Using the correct screw, it will go in without any issues. That button didn't know it. All right, Nathan. Barrel and number 2. Ugh, that's a stinky screw. Get it? Because it's the number 2. If you're still subscribed at this point, I applaud you.
If you're subscribed, I salute you.
All right, Officer Doofy. Okay, so now the next thing it wanted us to do in there is to go ahead and put the pivot through and go ahead and put the scale on. So I'm going to need the pivot next to the pivot screw. Hey, there we go.
Which one?
The one that's not a screw. There we go. All right. Thank you, son. And then I need the lock side scale. Let's get these out of the way so baby girl doesn't move them. The lock side scale. Scale. Nope, the scale. There you go. Thank you, sir. And we got to put that all together here. Hold that together. And then I need screw number 3 times 2, please. Screw number 3. No, screw number 3. The actual screw, son. Remember? 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Number 3. There we go. And one more. Need 2 of them. Perfect. All right.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. beautiful. All right. Go ahead and get these set in here. Get that one started. Get that one started. All right. Get these set up here. Make sure our pivot is good. All right, so now we've got that. We're starting to build our bee. All right, so now we need the... No, actually, sorry. We need a bearing. There you go, yep. All right, and I need some oil. Some Earl. That's all right, I got the Earl right here. I'm going to have it make it smell like strawberry, or make it smell like blueberries. Just don't eat it, okay?
No promises.
All right, good deal. So a little bit of oil there. Set our bearing in. A little bit of oil on the bearing. And I need a washer. At least it's clean.
Well, they don't call it a washer for no reason.
And now a little bit of oil on the washer. All right, now I need the blade. Ah! Boy, don't you ever hand somebody a blade like that edge first. What is wrong with you? Golly. Oh, wait, I did the same thing I did on last time. I need the stop pin. Stop. Yep. There we go. Perfect.
Beautiful.
At least this time I didn't put the washer and bearing in there backwards compared to what they wanted us to do. Now, what is cool is that the little G10 blade has a steel insert there, so that the detent, because it actually does have a real detent, guys, so you can see that there. So that the detent has something to write on, which is pretty doggone cool if you ask me. So I'm just making sure that everything sits in there. All right, now, Nate, I'm going to need another washer. Put a little bit of oil on the back side of the blade. A little drop-a-do-ya, dab-a-do-ya, yabba-dabba-do-ya. All right, son, and now I need the final bearing. Perfect. All right. So now all that is good to go. Get that on there. I'll go ahead and put another little drop on oil on there. Alrighty. So now I need the backspacer. See, I knew he wasn't paying attention. Hand that to me. Whatever you think the backspacer is, hand it to me. Oh, you actually got it right. Looky there. Miracles do happen, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so this one does not have a lanyard clip or lanyard hole like the other one did. It has a lanyard hole in the glass breaker, so you don't have to worry about that. It just goes on one way only. Alright, so now I need the the other liner. Thanks, sir. Alright, now let's get this all clicked in. Get everything lined up. All that's good to go. Alright, that looks good. Everything looks good there. Make sure I got my screw lined up there. Okay, that looks good. Alright, Nate, I need screw number 2. Oh, come on. Hurry up. Hurry up. I'm losing it.
This screw is too screwy.
Yeah, he quit being so screwy. Alright, so we got screw number 2. One in here. And go ahead and grab me the other one. I'm going to need the other one too. And we just want to make sure we get that lined up in there. Get that screwed down good and tight.
It's the final screw now.
Oh, Lord. Now you guys know where the dad jokes loading sticker came from on my cup. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close this down, and that way we can get that, good Lord, that detent. So we can get the pivot lined up there. So we're going to go ahead and need the pivot screw now. Good job, son. And then I'm going to need my T8 wrench. T8 screwdriver, sorry. Yep. Perfect. Many thanks.
Many welcomes.
So we go ahead and get that tightened up. We're just going to tighten it just enough to hold it in there. And this thing has a detent and a half. Man, listen to that click. Tunk. Look at this thing rocket out of here. Golly. It's like an auto. It's an auto G10 knife. Ow. My goodness. Booyah! Let's do that one more time. Listen to this thing. If I get my dog to stop walking back and forth on the hall. Will you hush for a minute? I'm trying to get the people to listen to something. Okay, you want to listen to it too? Okay. By the way, just so y'all can see this. Hold on. So, she's over. She's right here. So, come on, baby girls. Come say hey. Come say hey. Say hello. Say hello. I want to be included. Don't lick the phone. Don't lick the phone, silly. Okay, you're being included now. I'm trying to do a video for these nice people, okay? Okay, okay. You stay right there. All right. Now, back to this. So now we need to put on the scale because this is pretty well tuned. Don't have any issues with that. So, Nader, I need the scale. And then I need 2 of screw number 3. Alrighty, we're gonna drop those in there. Get these screws started. Alright. Get everything tightened up. Make sure everything's good and tight. Alright, now I need the pocket clip. The clip in the pocket. Did you notice the pocket clip is a beehive?
Wow.
Oh, I need screw, the number, I don't remember what number it was, the last remaining screws.
Number 1.
Yeah, number 1. Thank you for paying attention, because I wasn't. I don't even listen to me sometimes. That makes 2 of us, right?
Yep.
Alright, we're just going to get that screw started up in there. It's got a little bit of a funkiness to it, but that's alright. We'll get it fine in there. Now, he technically handed that one to me. He picked it up and then set it back down because he had lost attention span, but that's okay. Alright, let's get our screws in there all the way. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now we got a pocket clip. Pocket clip started. Golly. Listen to this thing. Listen to when the detent clicks in. Listen to that.
Beautiful.
That is crazy. That is crazy. Alright, so let me get the other one back out here. Alright, Keith, pause your game and get back out here. Sorry I bugged you for so long.
That's pun bad.
Glad you got that. I'm glad you got that, Keith. I'm glad you got that, Nate. You didn't already lose it, did you?
No.
Surprised in that room of yours. Alright, so there you guys have it. So there is the non-G10 version and the G10 version. And then you can actually see, like, this look legit. You got it B-shaped here. So you got the eyes, you got the wings, the antenna. It's a little stinger. So these are things that are stinking cute. I really like them. They're a fun little thing to build. And my God, the detent on this thing. Feel that, Keith. Be jealous.
Wow.
That little thing rockets out there, doesn't it? Listen to this, listen. Like when it clicks close, like. Anyway, like I said, these things are cute as a button. They will open boxes. Got me that box right there, Nate. So I just want to show you guys this part here. So I've just got a random empty box here. Take that. Don't need that. Or that. Start the trash, it's fine. Make sure there ain't any. Don't want to dox myself here. So, yeah, I know. So you got the little tape here, so you can literally, you can still cut open tape with these things. The tip is strong enough, the blade is strong enough. I mean, it's not going to cut cardboard or anything, but you can certainly open up a Amazon package with them. So if you got somebody that is in, or if you're someone who is in my situation where I have a young one who is, he is certainly of age to handle a standard knife, but he is autistic. So with his specific needs, he is aware enough 70% of the time what he needs to do. He's aware of the blade and all that stuff and what he is and what he isn't supposed to do. It's that 30% of the time that gets him in a lot of trouble. So for that, we just have to be a lot more careful. So he can handle a blade. He just has to be under extreme supervision. But, those times when he does want to be a little more independent and go open boxes, or when he takes out trash, whatever he wants to, collapse boxes, whatever, break down boxes himself. In that case, we do let him use his G10 knives, and he absolutely loves them. Like I said, they do open boxes and close boxes, or break down boxes just fine. So it is awesome thing for not only for youngins, but also for those who are not able to handle a standard blade all the time. But yeah, guys, let me know what y'all think. I really appreciate you for watching. I know it's a bit of a longer video, but hopefully it's been worth it getting to hang out with me and the kiddos for the last 30-45 minutes or so. But other than that, guys, as always, I want to thank y'all for watching. But most importantly, be kind, be humble, be EDC. Y'all take care.